Hi everyone, this is Donnie Lowy from Closeoutexplosion.com. Today I'd like to give you a tip that should help you with your wholesale business. Even the tip should help you if you have a retail business. You just need to make the adjustment accordingly. And what I would recommend to you is to have a wholesale business plan. A wholesale business plan is basically a guide that you're going to write for yourself. It could be formal or it could be informal. It could consist of 20-30 pages, or it can consist of a few notes that you write down in a notebook. But your wholesale business plan should be your mission statement, and it should be how you're going to get to that goal. So for an example, if you have a warehouse and you're going to specialize in brand name dresses, then you want that to be your mission statement. Next on your wholesale business plan, you're going to write the ways that you're going to go ahead and find those wholesale brand name dresses. It could be visiting a warehouse like my warehouse. It could be going to wholesale websites like my website, Closeoutexplosion.com. It could be going to manufacturers. It could be going to the brands directly, or it could be buying from other retailers who are closing their businesses. As it may be, you want to have a plan where you make an outline on how you're going to go ahead and buy your merchandise. Also, your outline should also tell you who you're going to sell your merchandise to, and how you're going to find those customers. And then as well, how you're going to market your business, how you're going to differentiate your business from your competitors, how you're going to find new customers. The idea is that the more information you write down, the better of an outline you're going to have for yourself, which means you're going to be more prepared, and you're going to be able to be more proactive, and you're also going to be able to look back at your plan later on as you have challenges in your business and see if you deviated from the plan. And if you focus back on your original plan, you might find yourself in a better situation, because you'll be at the point where you initially set out to be. So you look at the information that you provided yourself, and that might actually give you some ideas that you might have forgotten in the course of running your business. So it's always important to have a wholesale business plan. Whether you're a wholesaler or a retailer, you make the adjustments based on whether you're doing wholesale or retail. You might at one point decide to go from wholesale to retail, or from retail to wholesale. You might want to do both, but it's important to have an outline so you have all those steps written out, and anytime you have an idea, you add your idea to the outline, even if you don't use the idea right then, but you might have an opportunity to implement the idea later on. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this video. My website is closeoutexplosion.com. Have a great day.